Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this quick, strong 20-minute bar, thighs, and abdominal workout. In this bar, legs, and abs workout, we are going to be, of course, working your abdominals and your legs, and we're going to be using a ball, which is my absolute favorite prop. If you do not have a ball, then what you can grab instead is a small cushion or a pillow, and I'll tell you when you'll need it. Most of the workout you'll just do without, which is totally fine. And then we also have a chair or a balance support to act as our bar, because of course we're gonna be hitting the bar in this bar workout. Now, go ahead and find some space. We're gonna open those legs a little bit wider than your hips, bring your ball into the hands, and now find a squat position. From that squat, I want you to come up to stand, squeeze your butt, and now bring your left knee towards your right elbow, twist, come back to center, and then down into the squat. So we come up to stand, twist, back to center, squat, twisting that same way, a little faster. Stand, twist, center, stand, twist, center, drop. Stand, twist, center, drop. So in case you missed it, we're just twisting to the one direction. Yeah, there we go. Up. Now you can stay here, or we're gonna get rid of the middle standing portion just to increase the tempo a little bit. We're just gonna squat and twist, squat and twist. Now, of course, this is a little bit faster, right? If it's too fast, feel free to slow it down. Up and up. 8 more. 8. There we go. Good. 6. We're gonna hold it down. Last 4. 3. There we are. 2. Hold it down. Step the left foot out. Step it in. Just that left foot. I'm going up for a little pulse in each direction. 8. We're gonna hold the legs a little wider than hip width once again. 4. 3. Hold that squat. Turn both toes out and forward. Turn out. Turn forward. As you rotate those toes out, I want you to lead the movement by pushing your knees wide. Knees and toes. Knees and toes. There we go. 8, we're gonna hold that turn out. 6, in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the turn out, lift your torso. Now, we're gonna take the ball underneath the left hand on top of the thigh. If you don't have a ball, you're just gonna put your hand on your thigh. Take your right hand behind your head. We go for a side bend, center, and then drop the hips. Side, center, drop. Good, the more firmly you push into the ball, the more we're gonna activate those left side obliques. Down. Which are your abs, right? Your obliques are your side abdominals. Down, up. Perfect, and now we're gonna side bend, side bend, side bend. Give me a little tiny crunch to the left. Good, 5, we're gonna come back to center, get lower with those hips. 4, 3, back to center, arms overhead, just pulse the hips. Nice, lift your chest, get a little lower if you can. We're gonna come back up to stand, we're gonna go to the beginning. 8, last 6, in 4, 3, 2, and stand. Good. Walk your feet a little bit closer to one another, slightly wider than hip width apart, ball between your hands. We're gonna find that squat. Come up to stand, twist towards your right knee, come back to center, find your squat. We start slow. It's lift, twist, center, lift, twist, center, up. There we are. Now, when it comes to the breathing, I would exhale as you come up to stand and as you twist, and I would inhale as you untwist and drop. So it goes shh. Most important to me, however, is just that you're breathing. So please make sure you're taking some breaths here. We're gonna get rid of that middle standing portion just to pick up the pace a little bit. In 3, in 2. Now we're ready to pick up that tempo. Squat, twist, squat, twist. There you go. Bend those knees, push your butt back. Imagine a small chair, like a little kid's chair. You're trying to tap your booty up on that chair, or I should say down on that chair. We're gonna hold it down in the squat. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it down, tap out with the right foot, step in, out step, in step. Now I'm keeping my weight even in the 2 feet. Even, even. So my weight's shifting a little bit, that's normal. Not normal, that's what I'm intending. Last 6, we hold those legs wide. 4, 3, hold them a little bit wider, turn your toes. Turn out, turn in. Add a little pulse. I like that. Pulse and pulse. We're gonna hold the knees and toes, turn to out. We'll lift the torso to find our second position plie. Roll those shoulders back and down, reach your heart forward and up towards me. If you're wearing a name tag, you're showing it off. 3, 2, turn those toes out, lift your chest. Push your hips forward, tailbone heavy, abdominals, pull them in. Take your right hand onto the ball, onto your thigh. You go for one side bend, and then one drop of the hips. Side, drop, side, drop. Down. There we go. We're gonna hold it down. We'll just go for those crunches. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down, just those crunches, crunch. Good, I'm actually focusing on the right side crunch, as opposed to the left side coming up, crunch, crunch. Depends on the move, but for now, that's what we're focusing on. We're gonna come back to center, we'll finish with some pulses. In 4, last 3, last 2, come back to center. Now you're gonna pulse those hips, but I want you to try to pulse your hips with your heels off the floor. Pulse. That adds some intensity, right? My legs immediately started shaking. If having the heels up is giving you too much tension in your toes or in your ankle, drop the heels back down. If it's making you feel really unstable, keep your heels down. And maybe you just think about that sensation of lift. See if you can get a little bit more engagement. I can. Try it, exactly. You don't need to actually lift your heels if that's not working for you. Get a little bit lower. Ooh. We're gonna be facing the chair. We're gonna continue using this ball. In 5, in 4, lower, you can. 3, 2, heels down, hips up, release. All right, now, we're gonna go ahead and turn towards our chair. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Bring your ball underneath your heels and zip your legs together. You can't see, but my legs are touching each other. That means zip them together as tightly as you can. Now, if you do not have a ball, you're gonna get rid of the ball and do the same thing with your heels up. It's gonna be a little bit more intense, but I'm sure that you can manage. All right, now, bend your knees, come down to your lowest point. Your lowest point is as low as you can go without arching your back or without leaning forward. So we're sliding down an imaginary wall. Good, keep holding, I know this is tough. Lift your chest, tailbone is heavy, knees are squeezing together. You can keep your fingertips on the chair, keep holding. We're gonna come up for 2, in 3, 2. So it's lift, 2, lower, 2. Lift, 2, lower, 2. Having the ball underneath your heels is going to help you focus a little bit more on the quads. Without the ball, your quads of course would still be working, right? Because the quads function to extend the knee and you're gonna be extending the knee no matter what. However, with the ball, your heels are getting a nice little prop, so your calves don't have to work quite as hard. Without the ball, your calves are also gonna be working much, much harder to keep those heels high. For this reason, if you do not have the ball, in order to get the thighs, which is what I really wanna focus on, I want you to think extra about pulling your knees up towards your hips as you stand. It's like you're putting on a really tight pair of pants. Good. Suck those knees up. That small change should help you feel more this, less calves. Not that it's bad to work the calves, it's not. But we're thinking more about the thighs here. We're gonna hold it down. I hope my whole spiel helped you make it a little further there. 5, 4, 3, hold it down. Now, we're gonna tuck the tailbone under. Curl your pubic bone up towards your face, tailbone towards the backs of your thighs. Untuck, tuck, untuck, tuck. For me, this is a pretty small motion. In general, the isolation is happening here at the pelvis. I don't want you to be doing any sort of crunching in the torso. Just that tailbone, just that pelvis moving. Keep squeezing your knees. 5, we go back to full range, but we'll do it faster. 3, 2, ooh, come up to stand. This is so tough. Down, up. This is so tough. I'm really struggling, okay? Full transparency. I'm coming back from vacation. It was a fairly active vacation, which is how I like my vacations to be, but it's not like I'm doing bar on vacation, okay? So teaching bar this week, doing bar here with you, it is really tough for me. And so if you're feeling like, oh my goodness, this is so hard, I'm with you. The thing that gets easier is not the move itself, it gets just easier to manage, to find that discomfort and stay there. 5, we hold it down. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. Now we're gonna tuck 2 times faster and then 2 pulses, right? So it's a 2 tuck and a 2 pulse. What a classic bar combo. 2 tuck, 2 pulses. That sounded like I was really kind of fluffing my own feathers there, but I just was flashing back to when I used to do pure bar, and it would be like tuck and pulse and pulse, which is not really my vibe, but it is a vibe. We're gonna get rid of the tucks. We're just gonna pulse. Here we go. Just pulse, just pulse. You can. Let's be bold here. Can we do it? Can we take both hands off the chair, off the balance support? Whew, shaky, shaky for 8. For 7, squeeze your knees together. My legs are absolutely vibrating. 5, 4, we fight through this together. 3, 2, and release. Did you work? I worked. I'm sure you worked. I'm sure you worked. Turn around. Grab your ball. Place it between your thighs. We continue. Let us turn. You're gonna roll down. Push my butt up against my chair. And then walk out, find a plank position. Shoulders are over your wrists. Find a downward dog here for just a second. For those of you who don't have a ball, I'm talking with you. You can go ahead and grab that cushion or pillow and place it between your thighs. We're gonna come forward into our plank. Shoulders are over the wrists, spread your fingers. And now, bend your knees. Your shin bones, that's your lower leg bone, is gonna be parallel to the mat as you push your butt back towards your heels. And then we're gonna spring forward. I wanna do this to this tempo. We're gonna go back, 2, 3, extend. Back, 2, 3, extend. There we go. All right, so this slow tempo, what it's gonna do is fatigue our thighs even faster. Back, I just lost the beat, so I was finding it. Back, it's gonna fatigue our legs even faster. When you're lengthening the muscle, in this case, your quadriceps muscles, they're also working. So they don't just work in the shortening phase, they also work in the lengthening phase. Ooh. And the lengthening phase, you can think of as the muscle burning, muscle soreness phase. So we're gonna build that burn, we're gonna build that shake. Woo-hoo. 4, we're also hitting those abs, right as promised. 3, we're gonna go to single count. 2, give me 8 single count, then we hold. 8, 7, 6. My goodness, did I go on vacation and come back and wanna make all my workouts harder? Not expressly. 3, 2, hold the plank. Soften your knees. Oh. You can. Hold it. Just squeeze the ball. Squeeze the cushion. Good, I'm gonna step my legs a little closer together. Keep squeezing, shoulders over those wrists. Knees are soft. 8. Last 6. 5. I'm feeling it. We release. In 3, 2, release. Wow. We're gonna do a second set of planking, but it's gonna look a little bit different, okay? And then we lay down, so don't worry, things are getting better. Hands are gonna be under those shoulders. We can. Step your feet back, find your plank. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna give me 2 squeezes, like this. You squeeze 2 times, bend the knees, squeeze. Straighten the knees, squeeze. Bend the knees, squeeze. Woo! Squeeze 2, bend, squeeze 2. Straighten, squeeze 2. Bend, squeeze 2. Stay here or come down to those elbows if your wrists need a little bit of a break. We're gonna finish with those knees bent. In 5, we finish with those knees bent. 4, we go for our squeezes. 3, 2, hold the knees bent, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, we can. 7, good. 6, you didn't make it this far to give up now. 5, last 4, last 3, we release. This is it for planking. 2, and release. Keep your ball where it is. Roll onto your right side. Come down to your right elbow. Okay, we're gonna focus on the inner thighs a little bit more here. So you're gonna bring your feet together, your knees slightly forward towards the front edge of your mat. Pull your left hip away from you and lift your right side of your ribs, right side rib cage, away from the ground. You're not in a side plank, but it's side plank energy. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze, squeeze. All right, keep going. I do not want to see any dinky squeezes, non-committal, we hate that. We're doing squeezes with passion, with verve. Squeeze, with vigor. Squeeze, squeeze. Perfect, keep squeezing. It's not too complicated, so let's focus on something else. Let's think about that shoulder, pretty complicated joint. I want you to pull the right shoulder away from your ear. Lengthen your neck. And now think of the armpit, right, underneath. I want you to activate under your armpit. Maybe that pulls your shoulder blade away from your spine a little bit. That's great. Okay, we're getting ready to squeeze the absolute, juice out of this ball. 4, we hold the squeeze. 3, 2, hold the squeeze. Now squeeze as fast as you can. Squeeze as fast as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. For 8. Good. For 6, we're gonna flip over onto the other side. 5, we do that same thing other side. 4, 3, 2, switching sides. Nothing fancy. My sock was twisted, so I hated that. All right, left elbow under left shoulder. Pull the left shoulder away from your ear. Feet together, slide your knees forward. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good, left side of your waist away from you. Away from you, away from the floor, towards you actually. I want you to hug the left side of your waist in. The right hip, however, is gonna be pushing away from you. The goal is to have both sides of your body the same length, right? We're not slouching. No, we're lifted. We're active. I love working my inner thighs. What do you think? I think inner thighs were probably, honestly, something that I started working because I just didn't like them, let's say, more aesthetics. But as I continue to work out, inner thighs for me is super important. It helps me prevent injury, actually. It helps me prevent tension in my knee. And it could be doing the same for you. We're gonna hold the tightest squeeze possible, and we are going to pulse in 5, tightest squeeze possible. 4, I would love if you popped your ball. 3, let's try. 2, hold that squeeze, and now pop that ball. If one of you pops your ball, I will be so thrilled. Tell me. I was about to say text me. Comment. You don't have my phone number, that's fine. Comment if you pop your ball. In all my years of teaching, it's never happened, but I'd be thrilled. 8, keep squeezing. 7, 6, we are gonna turn to face the ceiling. 5, don't leave me. In 4, we got a little ab moment. In 3, last 2, turn onto your tailbone, bring your elbows down. You're gonna lift those legs. Tap, lift, tap, lift. As you tap the floor, Make sure that your pelvis, your hips, don't move. If you're rocking and rolling, get rid of the ball and do one leg at a time. Okay, that's the option. Tap. 5. Last 4, you got one more change. 3, 2, hold your legs lifted. Reach your right arm up. Reach your left arm up. Tiny pulses, chest to thigh, thigh to chest. If it doesn't work to have your arms up, keep them down, just pulse those thighs in. Puff up your chest. Show off that necklace, show off that name tag. In 4, in 3, in 2, and release. Go ahead and turn to face me here. We're gonna do a quick inner thigh stretch. You can open your legs nice and wide into a straddle. There we go. Take the ball into your left hand. Roll up and over to the left. Switching sides. Roll up and over to the right. You did so great in that bar, legs, and abs workout. Come back to center. Give yourself just a huge round of applause for absolutely nailing it. If you liked this workout, then of course, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna say try some of my other bar workouts. I'm gonna link you a couple from this Quick Strong 20 because I've been really loving that 20-minute format, and I hope you will as well. And if you really like this workout in general, then of course I would love if you subscribed to my channel so that I can make more and more videos for you. That's the dream. Let's make it happen. Thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.